Welcome to the Two Psychics and Intuitive Teachers 1 hour show. Our purpose here tonight is to demonstrate that intuition can be easy, safe, and very useful. We are going to get started shortly, but first, for those who do not know who I am, my name is Nora Truscello. I'm an author. I have a couple books on Amazon, both who have been on the bestsellers list in several categories about psychics and intuition. I'm also a teacher and a lecturer, all on the same topics, and recently have been invited to an international conference in Bangkok on spirituality and psychology. And my co-host is Chris Ganis.
Nice. I'm Chris Gerganis from Conversations with Chris. A lot of you know me from readings I've done. I'm a psychic and medium, and our family goes back about 4 generations on one side and about 5 on the other. So we're all natural-born mediums and psychics in our family. And we're here to entertain you and do readings live and see what your feedback is and enjoy the evening.
Hi, Dawn. Thank you for joining us. And Katie and Anna, I see you in our waiting room already. Thanks for joining us there. So how this evening is going to go is we have 3 guests, and each of our guests is going to receive a live reading from Chris, and you will see our guest up on the screen. In between our guests, we are going to answer questions that you might have coming up. Lisa, I'm glad you made it. Gina, thank you. We're going to answer as many questions as we can as comments come up. So feel free to throw them in between us actually doing our interviews and you seeing how the readings go. Again, our purpose is that you understand intuition can be fun, but very useful as long as it's done in a safe way. Before we take our first guest, we do want to make 2 legal disclaimers. First one, intuition is very useful and intuition should not be ignored, but it is not the only thing that you use when making decisions. You use your common sense and you use the obvious evidence in front of you with intuition weighing in. Our second disclaimer.
We want to just talk to everybody in a whole, but right now we're talking specifically to anybody under 18. You're welcome to listen, but we will not be taking questions from anybody under 18. This is for adults only. And we will at some point in the future do something for teenagers where they can join in. It'll be designated just for them and around their type of issues. But tonight it's for the big people, but the younger people can feel free to watch and gain any kind of knowledge they choose to.
Okay, so just before we get started, I want to make sure that this is broadcasting properly. So if anybody can give me a few thumbs up, highs, comments. I see them coming in. Thank you very much, Lori. Just got a great compliment. We look fabulous. Thank you. Nobody but woman was here for psychics, but I think I'll hit a woman instead. Not sure if I understand the humor there, but thanks for joining us. Okay, I wanted to get started with our guest, Sandy, but I don't see her in our lobby, so I'm going to switch this up a bit, and we're going to start with Anna. And is full disclosure here, Anna, who's going to be joining us in just a second. Hi, Anna.
Hi.
Nice to see you. Full disclosure, I know Anna personally, so therefore I will not be doing any part of the reading. Chris is going to do the full reading for her. While this reading's going on, feel free to input in the comment section anything you yourself might be picking up for Anna to add to her experience, and turning it over to Chris.
Hi, Anna. How are you?
Let's see. Can we get you on there?
So I have a question.
Anna, can you speak a little louder? We're having trouble understanding you or hearing you.
Okay. I'm doing this. During the EFT, I have some blocks. So what came up, my coach was asking me, where do you feel it in your body? And then I've seen that dark spot inside myself next to my spine, and that was feeding that block. And I'm curious. She said that it might be past life issues. I'm curious, what would you say, and how can I resolve it, and how can I resolve it? Yes.
Did she tell you where out on your spine?
That's what.
Because
I'm
picking up the location is towards your area.
Yeah.
And I feel like the mid back.
Yeah, mid back.
Mid back?
Yeah.
Feel the pain in the mid back?
No.
Okay, because I feel like there's some kind of cord that's pulling you backwards, and that would speak to a past life issue. And the holdback right there at the mid back is a female or any type of problems with mothers, grandmothers, loving yourself completely as a mother, a wife, and all your female roles. And that means you have to go through and allow yourself to release from all the lifetimes that were back there, because they're showing me 3. They're giving me a number 3. And they're saying there's 3 issues that you need to clear through there. And the one in your lumbar is more of a grounding issue. They're telling me that you're having a hard time feeling grounded and releasing.
Yes.
Releasing energy.
How can I do that then? I do have that problem.
You're having a problem with the grounding?
Yeah, and releasing.
Okay. Well, one of the things you can do is in a meditative state, you can start to work with your chakras and the colors of your chakra. And I call it the rainbow meditation. And you go from the crown chakra all the way down through all the colors to the root chakra. And you just release them into the ground. And you just allow them to go to the core of the earth to be recycled. Because you don't want them hanging around your body. So you got to give them kind of like a place to go. So I always send it right to the core of the earth, and I ask God to just recycle it for his highest good. And you can do the rainbow meditation. It's Brian Weiss. He's a PhD. He's had a meditation books. He wrote many minds, many masters, I think. But he also has or many lives, many masters. And he has a meditation book, and he has a free download that comes with the book, and it walks you through the meditation. All right. And that'll help you. And what you want to do is mentally just release everything as you're going through each phase.
All right.
Everything.
It sounds good. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Okay. Anything else, Anna?
No, thank you. That's it. That's the main issue. No.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to take down your point, but hang out and let's see what other people have to say, okay? Okay, so now that we're trying very hard to get back, I'm working on it. Don't mind me. This is the first time playing with this program. So I'd like to know anybody's input. Did anybody else receive any information for Anna? And I just want to add that past lives do make a tremendous impact on this life if we allow them. These are small issues and some big issues that have not been resolved, and they will carry forward. Very often you will find if you resolve a psychological issue in this lifetime, it will clear lives going back and even clear lives going forward. So it's a bit of a complicated subject, but it's phenomenally fascinating. Hi, Nikki. Thanks for joining us. And I would love to know if anybody has ever experienced anything with the past life and want to share something about it in the comments. Please go right ahead. And if you're enjoying the show, we would appreciate you hitting the share button and bringing it to your friends who might also find intuition informative and useful. I do want to get to another guest, and I am still waiting for them to come up in the feed. So I keep wanting to ask if she struggles with anxiety. That's a great question. Let me see if we can get Anna back on there. Hold on one second. Anna, somebody wanted to know if you struggle with anxiety.
Not really. Mostly self-worth, I think. Not that much anxiety.
No, not that much. Okay. And is there a reason why, Lisa, you think that would have mattered with past lives? I'm just curious. Let us know. Give us another little bit of information. All right. We got Diane and Sandy both are online. I am not seeing them in the... I'm seeing you guys in the feed, but I'm not seeing you as guests. And they are our next guest. So let's see if there's any other questions. We would love to be able to field some questions right now. So we're going to let Anna go so she can enjoy the rest of the show. Anna, you feel free to log out. That would be great. And maybe the next guest can jump in. In the meantime, let me ask anybody if they've ever had... Oh, great. We got a past life. Jesse, I had a past life cleared after having, excuse me, this, I don't get a lot of room to read this. She's had a past life cleared after having a meltdown. I did too. I'll talk to you about that. I had been trying to have a baby for 20 years. I was being obsessed, then found out the obsession was from a past life. I had and removed it from me. I went into complete paralysis. Well, tell me a little more. Did you get... When I would love to know, still in chronic pain, if there's enough time. That's also Jessica. Can you care to answer why? I mean, I'm getting with your childhood, the passing pain. Yeah.
She's reliving emotional injuries.
And Angela, Jessica, excuse me, I'm getting 5-6 years old. Something occurred very serious for you at that time, and you have not been able to emotionally let it go. This is where psychology and spirituality work great together. Just like the past life stuff, when I was confronted with issues in my life, I found having a past life therapy helped me and move forward. Oh, great. We got Diane. She's up as our next guest. Just to finish, Jessica, I'm telling you, it was around 5 or 6 years old is what I'm picking up. And we're going to get some moments. Let me see, what time is it? Well, let's just try a couple more questions, and then we're going to grab Diane. Nikki's asking, her and her husband have just lost a baby, and in June, and do we think it will happen soon? So the question would be, do we believe they will have another baby? Now, I know Nikki, so I want to say yes right away. So I'm not going to answer the question because my emotions are going to influence my intuition, and sometimes it's hard to make that separation. So I'm going to let Chris, since Chris does not know Nikki.
Hi, Nikki. I'm getting the feeling that you just have to calm down emotionally and heal, and then you will be given a chance for another child, and you can have up to 3 if you like. They're showing me 3 to 4. So I don't know if they're counting the one you just lost, because when the spirit world gets involved, they count the miscarriages, the abortions, they count it all to me. So I just have to count the souls. That's all I'm looking to count for. but they're showing me 3 to 4, and I would say you can have 3 live children if you choose to. And I'm feeling May, June of next year is a good time to try again.
All right. Anybody else picks up anything for Nikki or for Jessica, please comment to them. And we would love it right now if you're enjoying the show to at least hit the like button or maybe the little heart and share it. It means a lot if you can share this and get us out there to other people, because we just love talking about intuition, sharing it, bringing up its usefulness for people. Right now we're going to bring on Diane. Diane, are you ready? She's not quite looking forward, but she's going to pop up any moment for us. And hi, Diane. Hi, Di. Hello, Di. You hear us? All right. Diane, do you hear us, honey? Hello. Okay. I'm going to take Diane down for a second because we are not hearing her. And we're going to jump over to Sandy, and we're going to ask Sandy to join us. Okay. So, Sandy, hi, honey. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Awesome. So we got a win here. Again, full disclosure, I do know Sandy, I do know Diane, and I did know Anna, so I'm not doing any of the readings. I'm going to step aside and let Chris take over. And anybody, again, in the audience, you feel you want to participate in any way, feel free to share with Sandy. Thank you. All yours, girlfriend.
Hey, Sandy, how are you?
Good, I'm fine.
I'm a psychic and a medium, Sandy, so I do both. Now, I feel in a lot of energy around you, and I've got female energy, I've got male energy. The female feels like a mother or a grandmother.
Mother.
Pardon?
Probably.
You're cutting out. Did you lose both of them?
Yeah.
No, I know her mom's alive.
Okay. Was your grandmother real motherly towards you?
Yes.
Okay, because she's very present, and she says that she just wants to be here for you, and she's been around you a lot.
Okay.
Okay, and she says that there's been a lot of loss lately.
Yes.
And that losses are going to come in a lot of different forms. They're going to come in as emotional traumas, mental traumas, and she's talking to me about the things around your heart that hurt you the most. And there's a male here. Do you want to talk to him?
Yes.
Okay. He's very, very attached to you. And he says he's been gone for a little while, not long.
Yes.
To them, they don't have a timeline. So let me explain a little bit about the spirit world so you don't get it a little confused. I tell all my clients, it's like going, when you have the fun house at Halloween and you go in the fun house and you see that mirror and you look wacky. One minute you look really thin and 10 feet tall, and the next second you look like you're a foot tall and you're 3 feet wide. That's kind of their timeline, and they get wobbly because they can't tell the past, the present, or the future from each other.
Okay.
And they don't have time over there. And he's just telling me he's very tied to you, and he's putting his arms around you, and he's pointing to his left hand. So he could be a husband or a father, but I'm feeling a husband.
Yes.
Okay. He's very attached, and he says that you're very concerned about your well-being overall. He says you're very tired, and you just keep feeling like you're getting kicked by the universe. Yeah. And he says he hears you talking to him. He says they have surround sound. You don't need to yell in your head. Okay. He hears you just fine.
Okay.
He's kind of a character, your husband was. And he wants to thank you for all the care you gave him. He said it was really rough the last couple weeks of his lifetime.
Yes.
And he wants you to know that he's the reason you have to keep replacing light bulbs.
Oh, all right.
He goes, I haven't quite figured out all the electrical crap yet, hon, I just know I need you, and I keep forgetting. And he keeps walking through walls and setting microwaves off and light bulbs off. And he goes, it's just a mess. He goes, why don't they give us instructions? He's a little frustrated. He thinks they should warn you before they let you loose.
Yeah.
But he says you've been talking a lot to him, and he's concerned around your work. He says you just feel discombobulated, like you just don't know where the land is anymore. He says you feel like it's an earthquake, an emotional landmine. Every time you think you got your foot down, something else goes, and you just don't know whether you're going to make it at the end of the day.
Okay.
And he's telling me that you're not sleeping.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Do you have a shirt of his? He
Yeah.
keeps showing me a shirt or a jacket that you keep crying into.
Yeah.
Okay. He says it's getting a little old. You need to wash it, hon. He goes, he thinks it smells.
Okay.
And he's also telling me something about a car. Did you get rid of his car?
Yes.
Pardon?
Yes.
He's fine with it, but you keep beating yourself up about it. And he's telling me, tell her to stop with the car already.
Okay.
He said there was no need for another car. He goes, what was she going to do with it anyhow?
Okay.
Did you guys have 3 children?
2.
2? Okay. Did you have a miscarriage?
No.
Okay. Did he have one that he felt really close to that was outside the family, like a nephew or something?
Yeah.
Okay, because he considers that his child.
Okay.
Like that's like part of what he's showing me, because he's telling me 2, and he's taking a finger down like it was a miscarriage or something to me. He wants you to know that the boys are having a very hard time with it.
Okay.
With his loss, and he says that there's not much you can do for them except explain to them how much I love them and keep replaying the happy memories in your heart.
Okay.
He said because the one son is very depressed.
All right.
And he says you need to eat better meals, stop picking.
Yeah, that's what I do.
He says you're eating salt and he doesn't like it.
Okay.
He's very worried about your nutrition, and he said she's getting dehydrated. She's not drinking enough.
All right.
Okay. And he wants you to know that he was there the other night. And you kind of felt him, but you couldn't see him. And he said, tell her she's not going to see me. It's everything I can do to just come see her and bumble around the house, he calls it.
I dreamt about it.
Pardon?
I dreamt about it.
She dreamt of him.
Well, he says he's been doing dream dates because it's the only way he can get through to you, but you don't sleep long enough. He says she sleeps for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half. He goes, I zip in, tell her it's going to be okay, and then she gets startled and she wakes up.
Okay.
And he goes, I don't really know how to do this. I said, it's not your fault. She's just really sensitive right now, and you just have to go in and get what you can when she's in REM state. He's trying to bring you comfort. Do you understand that?
Okay. Yeah.
Do you feel the comfort is what he wants to know?
Yeah.
Okay. He wants me to tell you that he loves you with all of his heart and that he always did. But he wasn't really good at expressing himself.
No,
And he said he wasn't very affectionate and overly emotional.
No.
He goes, that was your department.
Okay.
So he said, but I want to let her know because I should have done more than I did. And he's telling me to tell you the money's going to be okay, hon.
All right.
I got this. He said the only problem you're going to have is around February. But he says you're trying to protect everybody financially and it's not your job.
All right.
So he's saying just do what you have to do for you. And is there only one child living at home?
No.
You got both of them at home?
No. None of them.
Okay. Well, one of them might come back to live at home, the female.
No.
And I just don't know if she's going to be back a lot to just visit because she feels very present.
Okay.
Okay? Because he says right around January, she's really worried about you.
Okay.
Okay? So you might see her popping up all the time, and you're thinking every time you open the door, there she stands. And you're like, well, where's your bags? Are you going to move in? What's the deal? Do not say, do you want to move in? Because she will bring her junk and move in.
Okay.
He's like, no, hon, don't do that. He thinks that you just need her now.
Chris, I'm sorry.
Have you been thinking about selling the house?
Yes.
All right, because he said that's fine. He's fine with it.
Okay.
He said you don't want to do it because of the memories.
Okay.
Okay? And he says he loves you and his memories of him will always be in your heart and in your mind.
Okay.
He said, but it's financially a better deal for you to sell when the market goes up.
Okay.
He said, but there's some things you need to fix, and he would like you to do some, he calls it sprucing up, like painting and, cleaning out closets and getting things in order.
Okay.
Get ready, he says.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
And he says he'll be back to visit on your anniversary.
All right.
Okay?
Yep.
And he keeps blowing you kisses. He keeps going like this.
Well, here's one for him.
He said, I got it, hon. I got it.
Okay.
Any
Thanks.
questions?
No, I'm good. Thanks, Chris.
You're very welcome.
Okay. There's a lot of nice comments and love being sent to Sandy. Thank you very much. Sandy, you might want to take a look at some of them just to perk yourself up too.
Okay.
So thank you again for joining us. We really appreciate it and hope you hang out with us with any more questions.
Okay.
In a few minutes, we're going to be bringing on Diane, but beforehand, there are quite a few interesting questions, and I want to get into them. If you have ever lost a loved one and you felt their presence and you've had different signs, put it in the feed. Let Sandy know so she learns to be looking for these signs. Often people will have a smell and just know it's a loved one. My sister sees a certain state's license plate and she knows that her loved one is thinking of her at that time. Often when I do readings, it's the funniest thing, but I start tasting the person's favorite food and I know they're present to start talking to the client. So the spirits have so many ways of talking to us, and it's good to have that communication, just not be always looking for it. Always looking for communication from the other side can open some really dangerous doors. And our purpose here is to be safe, have fun, be safe, and find it useful. So we got some really good questions. Kim has asked, I am recalling random memories and wondering if my death is approaching. No, it's not. Sorry, hope you're not looking to go anytime soon. The memories that I'm picking up, they're coming to you almost in a dreamlike way. They're symbolic of what is occurring now. If you take the time to analyze it, you're going to find guidance in your employment through these memories that are coming up. Chris, do you have anything you want to add to that? It's in reference to, I am recalling random memories and wondering if my death is approaching. This is Kim.
No, there's also a warning there for you, Kim. They're trying to get you to pay attention to something very specific around your family and your money. So I would be very interested to see what kind of random memories and how they're relating to your dream state, because they're also telling me you're getting dreams that can be interpreted.
Okay, so I love talking about dreams. I'm probably going to do a show on that during one of our next episodes. They're amazing, and you get a lot of information from even daytime memories popping back in. Chris, I'm worried about my sister. This is from Alberta. Do you pick up anything about Alberta's sister?
What's her name?
Okay, we're gonna scroll up the screen real quick. And Alberta, if you can quickly give us her name. Okay, I'm not seeing it yet. So what we're gonna do is jump to another question. And bear with us again. As I said, I am just learning all how to use this program. In the meantime, please share and like this show. It's very important to us to get it out there to all the way around to other people, and we would like lots of likes and lots of shares. And let me see. I need to knock off the other question. All right, there is a young man, and I'm not going to use his name. Does Grandpa regret anything? I feel like he's constantly around in the hospital. He's always there. This young man does work in a hospital, so and he's very professional, so I'm just not going to use his name. I do know him, so I'm not going to answer that. Again, I'm going to turn it over to Chris, because I don't want to answer questions of people I know.
Grandpa does regret a lot of what he wasn't able to change in this lifetime, and a lot of it was his own attitudes and beliefs. But he's very proud of you, and that's why he follows you around the hospital, showing you can do it and to believe in yourself, even when he only believed in the outcome. He swore to believe it. He had a very rigid mind as to what should be and how it should be. And he's very upset with himself about that, because on the other side, he realized there's so many other outcomes and that everybody has a specific purpose. And it doesn't fall necessarily to the ancestors to decide for other people how it should happen. Hope that helps.
All right, let's grab a few more questions before we get our last Diane. Gina, can you tell me what is happening professionally with me? Am I on the right path, and when will I secure an upcoming position? So you're not on the right path. Sorry, that's what I got right away. Actually, when people ask these type of questions, I use a technique of seeing a path, literally a path down the road, and one that branches off. So I have my different options, and the path that you're on right now is very short, very dry, lacking life, any kind of trees, greenery. It's mostly rocky. There is a path, though, that's right there, and you know what it is, that you just need to make that leap over, and it will be financial security. It has these huge trees on the path, and to me, that's a representation of longevity, security, green pastures. And I'm getting loud and clear, you know what this is, but it's almost like you're afraid to do this. And trust me, I understand it's hard to make changes, big changes like that, but this one you need to do. Would you like to add anything?
If you make the changes that you really need to by the end of the year, you'll find the prosperity that you're seeking, and it'll come quickly. Okay. Because on the path you're on now, it's going to be very long and very arduous.
All right, thank you, Gina. Really appreciate the question. Just before I bring on Diane, I want to say, if you put the word reading inside the comment section, Chris is willing to give everybody who's on this live broadcast 10% off of a reading. And if you put inside of that, I'm supposed to be showing you these little things. Again, I don't know my program yet. You put inside the comment section, read, you get 10% off from Chris. And if you put in there the word class, I will be sure to let you know when we have a class coming up, and you won't have to travel all the way to Bangkok to hear us. So let's bring Diane on, and Once again, I know Diane too, and I just love these women. And I promise you, our next show, I will know nobody. But I took full advantage of my good friends and had them on for Chris to give them a read. So, Di, can you hear us?
I can hear you great.
Yay, we hear you. All right, sweetie. What's
How
your
are you
questions for
doing?
Chris?
Hello, ladies. This is a really
Hello.
good show. I'm really enjoying everything that you have to say. But one of my biggest things is there's a lot of commotion going on in my life right now. I feel like a lot of turmoil. I'm not sure where my job is going. And I'm just really interested if I am going to be in the same position next year.
In the same position with the same company?
Yes.
Well, I see a new job for you in March, but they're telling me you're exhausted. And when the universe tells you that you're exhausted, that's their way of saying you need a break. And if you don't take one, they'll be happy to provide one for you in the way of a layoff, in the way of an illness, whatever you should decide you need, however you want to have it delivered. But they're telling me you got to stop worrying because it's going to be okay. And I don't think you're going to be in the same position next year at this time. I think that the job that you're going to have is going to be much better, and it's going to be a lot easier financially on you. Right now, I'm seeing a lot of new horizons in December, even though there's some change that might feel like rough weather. And are you looking for romance?
I mean, if romance found me, I don't think I would dislike it.
Okay, well, you might want to keep your eyes open at the end of December, the beginning of January, maybe around the middle of January. Are you thinking about moving or changing something?
Not right now.
Okay, because they're talking to me about an emotional change or a shift, like a physical move in January. But I think it's an emotional change for you to accept the changes that are coming in December and to embrace them. And they're telling me that you're actually going to get some kind of extra money. February is going to be a great financial month for you. And that you're going to learn something new in March, but at the beginning of March, you're going to have a new job and you're co-creating with the universe. So you need to really embrace all that, because what you can start doing now is put your request in with heaven. I tell everybody, when you're due to be in line for a co-creation move, just start making your shopping list. It's like a drive-through at McDonald's. You tell God exactly what you want and exactly how you want it, and that's what you end up getting. Okay. And I tell everybody, you put a picture on your phone of something God made. It could be a butterfly, a waterfall, the aurora borealis, whatever says God to you. And every morning when you brush your teeth, you set your intent. And every night when you brush your teeth, you thank them for everything that went well. And both times you're grateful. You put your picture up, you get in your zone, you brush your teeth, and you think about all the things that you need and want in your life. And it's basically manifesting with the intent that you've got the attention of God and all the Holy Family and the spirit world, and you're just telling them exactly what you want, and you just keep updating your list. And if you want no long-term debt, ask for it. But the trick here is it's got to be all about you. It can't be for your kids or for your grandkids or your mate. If you want a partner, explain exactly what he looks like, what kind of money he has, what kind of likes he has, dislikes, whether he travels, how tall, shoulders, waist size, whatever you want. Because the more detailed you give them, it's like a shopping list, and all the angels go shopping for you. You have your own heavenly shopping team. And every morning they sit there and they wait and they go, okay, did she add anything to our list? Okay, this is what we got to go do. Oh, Diane wants this. Okay, put it in Diane's shopping cart. And then when it comes time for your blessing, I call it your moments of blessing, and yours are coming in the first part of March. So if you want a new job or you want your own business or whatever it is you want, you detail how much you want to make and how hard you want to work and how far you want to drive and you want everybody to get along, whatever it is. And you just lay it all out because they're going to give you everything you want. I had a client a couple years ago asked for 104 items when she was co-creating. She got 103.
Wow.
Now, this is a grateful mission. And she turned around and asked me about, red and auburn hair. I said, really not sure, but red to me is red. Red is red. Oh, well, my sister told me not to call you. I said, okay, well, just remember, we're being grateful for everything we got. And you got like a 99.95 return rate on your investment.
Okay.
So it really does work. And there might be some learning at the end of March for you, too. Babies. Do you want to talk about babies, Diane? I know they're not in your bailiwick at this point as far as your age range, but they could be around you.
Yes, I always want to talk about babies.
Okay. All right, because they're not showing me specifically when, but they're telling me babies are coming your way.
Woohoo!
So I don't think it's in the next 6 months, but it might be shortly thereafter.
Okay, well, that's great news.
Okay, so but they're also telling me that the people looking to have the babies need to emotionally calm down a little bit.
Okay.
They're getting a little expectant, like it's almost like in their mind they have a timeline, and they keep feeling like they're behind the timeline. And they're telling me just be gentle, let it go at its own pace.
Okay.
Okay. Because, and you can co-create, you can put that on your wish list. I would like 3 grandchildren, please.
Okay. I do
Somebody else might want to shoot you for that, but at least you got the grandchildren you wanted.
Maybe twins or triplets would be nice.
See, you're thinking like me. If you got to ask, you might as well go for the whole canasta.
Right. Right.
The person having them might not like you. They're going to be screaming at you. Do you have any other questions?
No, I think you've pretty much summed it up for me, and I appreciate all of that, and I thank you very much.
All righty. Take care.
Have a great night.
Thank you. All right. Let's bring us back up. So we're going to attack some of these questions because quite a few have come across. But if you would like to be a guest on our next show, which is in 2 weeks, Wednesday at 9 o'clock, put the word guest, G-U-E-S-T, in the comment section, and I will message you with instructions and get you on our list. So if you want to be a guest, comment guest. If you want a discount on a reading from Chris, put the word reading. And if you want to learn about upcoming classes with us, just put the word classes. And we'll be happy to get back with you with all of that. Now, John has a question for Chris. Why am I stressed and I cannot sleep? Everyone is calling for money.
John, I just feel like you're a little bit behind the 8 ball financially, but things will get caught up, and they're telling me to tell you to just try and calm down a little bit because you're feeling emotionally overwhelmed, and they're telling me that the answer is going to be there, and it's going to be there within a very short period of time.
And I just want to express that Kim has a sense of humor. She wants to borrow some money, John. Okay, let's see. Our next question. Chris, oh gosh, Chris always makes everybody cry. It's true. She didn't make Diane cry, though. Albert, when I do my ceremony, is my late dad or deceased relatives in attendance or hearing the prayers? I'm getting yes, they are, and some of them don't like your ceremonies. So that happens often when we change religions. So your grandfather might have been a Baptist, and your parents were Catholic, and you're now Muslim, or whatever. They don't I'm getting they're not too happy with what you're doing. But since I don't know what kind of ceremony you're talking about, I can't really address it too much. Chris, do you want to add anything for Albert?
Albert, they're just concerned that you know in your heart that you're on the right path. They don't think they think you're easily influenced by other people, and they're concerned that you be on the right path for you spiritually. And your grandfather and your grandparents, they're very old-fashioned, and they like what they like, and that's you're not going to convince them of anything else. But they are watching. Hope that helps.
Nikki, thanks for sharing about the cologne with your dad, your grandpa's passing. Something I was mentioning earlier for Sandy. Yeah, there's a lot of signs. Okay, Lori says, I know when my Aunt Pat is around, when I randomly smell her cigarettes. So thank you, guys. I really appreciate you all sharing this stuff because it makes a difference for each other, and it reinforces what we already know, that the spirits are around us and they do talk to us. So yes, Dorothy, I'm sorry about the loss of your brother, actually burying him today. And you just want to know if he's okay. When a person first is gone, you are not going to necessarily get messages from them. Sometimes you can right away. Most of the time, they're pretty confused themselves. The spirit is like being born into a new world, a new existence that is familiar to them, but so unfamiliar because they're just coming out of the earthly realm. And they're confused and need to learn things and get themselves settled down, and then they'll start communicating in small little ways to let you know they're okay. I'm absolutely picking up that he's okay.
I'm just getting woohoo, we're having a party. Wish you were here.
I hope that rang a bell for you.
He's very happy where he's at, but he is a little concerned because there's going to be a lot of changes, and everybody's telling him that. But right now, they're having a great time.
Awesome. So again, please share if you're enjoying this, if you believe any of your friends would enjoy it. Share it on your lines, your Facebook pages. Again, classes, throw in class, readings, throw in the word readings, be our guest, throw in the word guest. Jessica, I am having very vivid dreams lately. Can you help me interpret them? All right, it's confirmed. I'm doing a session on dreams. This is like one of my most favorite subjects. A couple quick things about dreams. One dream can usually contain 7 different messages. Dreams are symbolic, and do not, I repeat, do not use a dream book to interpret your symbols. Your symbols are specific to you. When you read a dream book and it says an apple means good health, that was true for the person who wrote that dream book. But an apple doesn't necessarily mean good health to me. An apple actually means cancer to me, and there's reasons behind that. So if I'm dreaming of eating an apple, I'm going to be a little concerned that I might have cancer. Whereas somebody else will be like, oh, I was eating an apple, must be a healthy dream. So we're definitely going to do a class on dreams, and I will keep an eye on the Facebook feeds, and you'll know when it's coming up. And I would love to have you as a guest, and we can break it down some. So thank you, Jessica. Let's see what else we have going on. Is there anyone around me who passed recently? I'm going to turn that over to the key medium because I do pick up things, but not like her. So this is Maria. Good.
Hi, Maria. How you doing? Picking up, there's an older man that's there in the background that recently passed. And he could be a father or grandfather, and he's just loving you. And he wants to make sure that you're okay because he feels like a very strong connection for you. And he was there to help you. He was kind of like a guidance. He always talked to you and gave you encouragement, even when you didn't have a whole lot to look forward to.
Lovely. Okay, if you are enjoying this again, please make sure you hit that like button or the little heart. Kelly, I keep dreaming about my sister passing away. That's actually a positive dream. A little bit more on dreams now. Nightmares, frightening dreams, and highly sexually charged dreams are usually very good positive messages that your spirit does not want you to forget. So, frightens the heck out of you or gives you such a sexually charged dream that you're sorry you woke up. So, a sister passing away is new beginnings very often. So there is a possible new beginning for you, not necessarily your sister. That part of your sister, that when you think of your sister, if you think of something like, oh, she's creative, or my sister represents love, just love to me, it's actually in your life that the love is a new beginning, or there's going to be new beginning around creativity if she represents creativity. It can get a little complicated trying to explain it in that short bit, but I think that was pretty clear. I hope it helped you. If it did, give me a little thumbs up so I know. And let's keep moving on. We have about 10 more minutes, so we're going to throw in as much as we can. Nora, this is my dear friend Kelly. Oh, got it, Nikki. We just did. I hope we did. Let's see, watching and enjoying. Thank you, Elena. Chris, you are awesome. Yes, I think you are too. That's from Renee Martin. All right. Are there angels and spirits around me? This is from Christina. Of course there are guardian angels. And I'm not kidding. There are always spirits around us. There are always guardian angels around us. And just like in those old cartoons where there was a good angel and a bad angel, those were symbolic often of your good voice and your bad voice. Well, it's also true. There are demons that are assigned to you to throw you off, just like there are good angels, guardian angels assigned to you to keep you on the proper path. And then there's relatives and guardians and people who've loved you, who've gone, who keep checking in just to see how you are and to give a blessing. So,
and there's teachers.
Yeah, that just want to keep you leading on the right path. So yes, in short. All righty, we are filling up with a lot of important information. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and I'm just going to repeat one or two more times. If you want a reading at a discount, 10% off with Chris, not on Facebook Live, but a phone reading, you can just put the word reading in the comment feed. And if you want to join us as a guest, just like Diane and Sandy did, put the word guest. All right, Kelly, I need to know if my parents will have peace from all this going on with my sister. Question from Kelly. I'm not getting real good peace by any means.
Yeah, peace isn't going to happen easily here.
And it's not going to happen anytime soon, honey.
Your sister is just very angry. I'm getting a very angry feeling from her, and manipulation of the whole situation.
And it feels like some kind of addiction is involved. So there's not going to be peace anytime soon. Your parents are not able to let go that easily because it is their baby. It is their child. So my recommendation would be just keep them in your prayers every single day.
And pray for your sister.
And
she's really lost.
Yeah, Kelly, I'm sorry. We like to give good news, but we try to give you what we really get. Have a brother who is sick. Will he be okay? Dorothy Smith. I'm getting yes.
I get it's fixable. They're handing me a wrench and they're telling me what he has is fixable, but he also has to be responsible for his own care. He lets things go too long and he doesn't necessarily fix them fast enough. He just keeps pushing it on the back burner. They keep pushing it to the front. He keeps pushing it to the back.
Oh, Gina, you're confused as to what you should do. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you are the person who I said there is something right there for you to jump to. It's right on her right. It's right there.
It's like a half a step to the right.
So
you're in the
and this is something you really actually enjoy doing, and you can't imagine that this is a way you can make a living, but it is.
It seems too easy, and it doesn't seem like there's enough money in it.
And I don't know why I'm hearing music, and I'm feeling a lot of love.
Creativity.
Yeah, so I don't know if that helps you, Gina, but feel free to be our guest on one of these, and maybe we can make it a little clearer for you. I hope it was helpful to that point. Why is my aunt dreaming of her parents and seeing people beside her, but they disappear when she looks at them? Again, got to do that dream class. These dream questions are great, but they're very complex. The dream very often has nothing to do with the people in the dream. 90% of the time, dreams have only to do with you and are symbolic. The people in the dream are symbolic of parts of you. So I would say tune in for the dream class, because that is going to blow your mind away with how you break it down. It will be very hard to try to explain that without the actual person here to tell us what the symbolic representation is. Okay, Kim, her daughter is having a baby next month, and she's going to ask you what she's having. Go ahead, Allison. You know what? I had 100% perfect record in predicting what sex a baby is going to be. And I so messed up on my second grandson, who I thought was going to be a girl, because I so wanted a girl. And I'm so happy he's a little boy. He's wonderful. That I refuse to predict anymore, because every time somebody asks me, I just hear girl, because that's all I want. So I'm stepping aside. You are girl? Okay, so we're going with girl. Please let us know what it is on an upcoming broadcast after she has the baby, and we'll keep her in our prayers that it's a safe and healthy delivery. All right, let's see where we're at. Chris, do you do group readings? Yes, you do.
I do parties all the time.
Yes, she does. Okay, this is from Jackie. I feel my pop-pop on my mother's side is always with me, especially in the morning. That's beautiful, Jackie. And I appreciate you sharing that, because that will help Sandy and other people who are missing their loved ones to just understand they will start picking them up and feeling them when it's appropriate. Okay, any idea what she's having? Oh, is this another baby question? I don't know if it's the same person. I mean, the same family. My sister is due November 24th. Any idea what she's having?
I got boy on this one.
Okay, like I said, I'm standing aside. Chris says boy. So again, let us know. We'd love to know. Okay, yes, Chris does readings. Well, Paula, thank you for the advertisement. Yes, Chris does do readings, teaching, and education. You guys are great. Chris has done readings in person and also on the phone. This is great. Have to feed us, people saying what Chris does. She is good. All right, I want to try to speed up a little bit because we are running out of time. Do not forget to put the word reading inside of this if you want a reading at a discount. If you would like to be our guest, Deb, thank you. We will be in contact with you. If you'd like to be a guest, and we'd appreciate you sharing this even when the video's done, so other people can see what Chris and I do and join us for our next one. All right, we're going to try one or two more questions. What do you see me in the future? My life in particular. What do you see for me in the future? My life in particular. This is Kelly. Love life. Oh, my love life. Thank you. This is why we're partners. So she can cover my butt.
One doesn't see, the other one sees. Just a sisterly little act.
So what's going on in her love life? All right. I see her kind of missing something.
Yeah, a lot of
all right.
misunderstandings, and I get it could cause a fight.
Yeah, like you're sort of missing the boat, the bigger picture. There's somebody that's very significant, and
you're not hearing everything. Maybe what they're saying and what you're hearing are two different things. I'm getting just, maybe you need to repeat back to them what you heard so that maybe they can get an understanding of how they're coming at you and what you're actually interpreting it to say.
Alrighty. It is 10 o'clock. We did say the show would be for an hour. How much more do you want to go? I mean, we could go a little bit more. I'm sure the people wouldn't mind. Okay, we'll go a few more minutes to see what we can do. This is Marie. I am on the correct career path, or should I change my position? Will I get a permanent position with the company I work with now? No.
I get there's two other opportunities that you're not seeing.
Yeah, and I'm getting you will not get a permanent position with the company you're with now.
And they're just, I feel like it's all contract work, and they want you for like 6 months or 8 months or whatever. And when that's done, it's done. But I feel like there's two other opportunities that are connected through this or by this that are much better paying positions, and that'll be easier for you.
Alrighty. What do you see ahead in regards to family and job? Okay, that's really general and broad. I mean, the job, I can narrow down that I'm getting 3 months, something will move forward with a job. But to say in regards to family, it's way too broad.
Yeah,
for us
you mean
to know
your
what you
immediate
mean.
family,
Yes,
your
there's
brothers and
specific
sisters,
relationship.
your parents?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you need to be more specific before we could help you with that.
Yeah, and we're not picking on you, Donna. We're just saying that so anybody else for next time when you put up a question, it does have to be a little bit more specific. But as far as job, I see 3 months, a shift either into a new job is there now, whether it's you're coming out of unemployment or you're switching. What do you?
But I feel like you're going to move up in the position that you're in.
Yeah, it's going to be
a better upward move, and financially it'll be a better position.
Definitely.
And less driving. Why are you upset about the driving?
All right, Vicki, again, this is real general, guys, so I am sorry you had the worst 7 years of your life.
The future of your family as in reference to your children.
Your children unconditionally love you, and the only thing that's going to alter your children having an awesome future is you. You are too depressed. You need to get more than just a friend to talk to. This depression is feeling like a lot of death around you. A lot of people close to her passed away.
Yeah, they're already around you, and they're trying to help you. They're trying to give you some guidance and some love, but you've kind of dug yourself into a hole.
And you're getting really angry at other people. I mean, like, I don't know, I'm getting ex-husband, ex-boyfriend, ex-something that is connected with the children, and I'm getting a lot of anger, and it's misguided, honey. It's just misguided anger right now.
But you feel very stuck, and you don't know which way to go, but you want to go somewhere. You keep trying to push forward, especially with the love life. And it's affecting the way you see the children and your relationship with the children.
Okay. I really appreciate this. There were so many more questions, but I'm sorry. It is getting to the point where we're going to have to say goodnight. I will read through these because I just love all the comments. Feel free to share this if you love us. And if you don't love us, just at least like us. Feel free to comment on each other, especially people who have loss and things going on in their life and can use some support. Remember, if you put in the box guest, we will invite you to be a guest on our next show, next group show is in 2 weeks, where we'll be doing things again. Next week will be a show. We haven't determined yet if it's going to be together, but it will be on a topic, most likely dreams. And we'll keep you informed through Facebook Live and just on the feeds and our emails and everything we send out. Thank you. God bless. We so appreciate you joining us.
Thanks,
Have a great
ladies.
night. Bye-bye.
Take care.